All right, here we go. Good morning. It is Wednesday morning, middle of the week. Hump day. Mike. You guys remember that? Mike. Hump day. That camel walking through the office. Anyway, I hope yesterday was awesome for you. I hope tomorrow's even better. Twice as good, 10 times as good. Certainly better. We're going to talk about how to win the day today. And from what I can tell, I'm looking at this, every day I kind of take a step back, look at what's going on, micro, macro, the whole thing, trying to get a sense of who's doing what, how they're doing, mostly on my team, but around the real estate world as well. And I'm looking at it. We had our team meeting yesterday, and I noticed there's some trends that are starting to form, pretty strong trends and exciting trends from my standpoint, and I think yours as well. So looking at it, I've noticed in our area is a few things. Inventory is growing. There's just no doubt about it. There are more properties for sale. And I'm pretty confident in saying, somewhere around 100% confident in saying that holds true across the country. There are more, hold on. There are more properties on the market. Opportunities coming is what I'm talking about. The inventory is growing across the country, and certainly here in Destin, Florida. And that's exciting. Buyers have more opportunities, more things to choose from. The next thing I'm looking at is mortgage rates. In case you haven't noticed, mortgage rates are dropping. The Fed's getting together next week, or is it 2 weeks, 17th or 18th, somewhere around there. And the anticipation is they're going to lower the federal funds rate. Now, that's not a direct correlation to mortgage rates, but it does have an impact. And I know a lot of the mortgage rates already have the Fed lowering their rate baked in, but I think there's pretty strong consensus that mortgage rates are going to continue to go down throughout the rest of the year. So we have more inventory. We have mortgage rates dropping. And the other thing I'm seeing is prices. Prices for the real estate itself is starting to soften. Now, there's places where I know prices are still going up. There's multiple offers and all that stuff. But generally speaking, across the board, prices are dropping. So inventory's up. Cost of money's down, prices are down. Those are really good things because that means affordability is coming back into play. And affordability is the driver of transactions. If you're a real estate agent making your money off of real estate sales, you live and die on transactions. And if you haven't noticed, you've probably been dying a little bit over the last 2 years. There've been a lot of transactions. But as I look to this fourth quarter and the first quarter of 2025 and into 2025, I think you're going to start to see the number of transactions go up. And just a natural course of it, right? There's more properties to choose from. Buyers can make offers, and if they don't get it, they go to another one. So you have sellers competing with one another. You have mortgage rates softening, so people can afford to pay money. And then the prices of the property. So affordability is going up. That's good. What does it mean? It means good times are coming for those who get to work now. You're not going to be able to turn on a light switch. It doesn't work that way. The way it works is you start working now and it's going to seem like nothing's happening. You're busting your ass and nothing. You're like, oh my word, I've been working so hard and nothing's happening. Destiny, you ever feel that way?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. Anybody who's working right now feels that way. But work hard and work hard on a couple things. I would work hard on getting listings first because especially with this NAR stuff, right? There's going to be more buyers going direct to listing agents. I already see it in our world. So if you have listings, I was taught this day one, hour one, minute one. Get listings. The whole world will be your buyer agent. Get listings. You own the listings, you own everything. So it's going to be more prevalent and prominent than ever before. So get to work on the listings. The other thing you want to do is make sure you get in front of buyers in terms of the mind share, right? Let me write this up. Get buyer mind shares. Mind share, 2 words? All right, it is for me.
It's one, I think.
It's 1 word, as I say too. I was just testing you. Good job. Way to catch that. So get in front of as many buyers now as you can. Get their mind share. Get in line. Be first in line with a lot of buyers, because what that's going to do is get you 2 shots at the same sale, the buy side and the sell side.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then the next thing I would tell you about that is start now. Do not wait. This is not the light switch thing, right? You got to start now and work your ass off hard to get as many listings as you can. Own the inventory, people. Own the inventory, because good times are coming. All right. But they don't come on Friday at 3:00. Doesn't work that way. They don't show up Wednesday, the whatever 18th or whatever. No, they show up. You don't even realize it. The way you do realize it, because your phone starts ringing and keeps ringing, right? And people start making offers on your properties and things like that. But I'm telling you, it doesn't start on Monday at 7. It's just going to start happening. If you don't have the listings, you're going to be scrambling. We've talked about this before. It's like going to anything where you're waiting to get in and there people are lining up in the queue to get in, and they finally open the doors and everybody starts rushing. Don't be the one. Get the one that got there in advance and staked out your seat, right? Be that person. Be smart about it, okay? So, in short, good times are coming. Let's review again real quick. Inventory's up. Awesome, right? Days on market go with it, right? But the cost of money down. That's good news, and continuing to go down. 3, right now, at least in a lot of places, most places, I'd even argue, prices are softening, and they'll continue to soften for a while. But as some demand shows up because affordability goes up, you're going to see prices stop going down and turn around, start going up. So act now. Okay. Mark, what do you got on that?
Yeah, the picture that comes to my mind is that of a relay race. And shifts in economy are a lot like a relay race. And you've got to position yourself so that you're reaching back, but you're running forward. And so those that are just waiting to be handed the baton and then start running, they don't win the race. And so you've got to start, we've got to start taking off running. And that's taking more listings, as you say, get the buyer mind share while reaching back to everything that you've got going on at the moment. And don't drop what's back there. We talked about yesterday, the fortunes and the follow-up, and you've got to push forward into the what's coming, and you'll handle that transition and you'll be ahead of everybody else. But don't take the baton at a dead stop.
Love it. Here's another thing I want you all to keep in mind. If you're a listing agent, and you should be a listing agent if you're a real estate agent. Okay. Customer service is going to be king. For a long time, I know on our team, we used to be great, really, really good at customer service because for the longest time, it took forever to sell listings. We took annual listings, year-long listings. And when you do that, or we used to get extensions, a lot of extensions. When you have to do that, you have to be really good at customer service or people are going to fire you, right? But then what happened is the market got hot and we were selling our listings quickly. Days on market dropped to hours on market, right? You didn't need customer service at all. Now our hours on market have turned into weeks and months on market, and our customer services was a little bit rusty. Yeah. So what you're going to want to do, in addition to all your other stuff, is make sure you set up properly with your customer service. You got to keep these listings. You got to retain them. They're going to need to be extended and all that stuff. And if you have not good customer service, it's going to be really hard to do. And I'll tell you this, most agents can't do it, won't do it. They'll take a listing, they disappear. Communication, number one complaint that sellers have. Okay. Julie, what is your experience with this over time?
Well, so like you're saying, customer service, for the last couple of years, the market's been so hot, no one's had to be a professional. And we've turned back into a professionals market where customer service is key. And right now, before you're racing, before it gets super hot, which we, are looking at it saying it looks like things are going to take a change fourth quarter, first quarter. Right now is the time that you need to make sure that your systems and processes are in place and that you have everything set up, even if it's a skeleton setup. But more importantly, look at your database, look at your clients or prospective clients. And now is the important time to ABC them and to determine, are they 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 6 months out, and go through your entire database and figure out who's going to be the hottest first. So if you call through everybody now and you re-ABC them, you're going to be ready when things start to heat up.
Tell us what ABC means.
ABC is A are people who are current clients, existing clients, people who are most likely to refer you. B are probably would if they were taught to and shown how. C are just people you know, and they may even just be social media people. And then there's D for delete. But there's that category of, who are the people who are most likely to work with you. And then there's the fire hot warm, your pipeline, your 30, 60, 90. Who is looking to buy or sell within the next 30 days? You've got to know who those people are, because you have to decide those are the people you call most frequently and just stay on top of and are constantly texting and emailing. So you know where to spend your time. So
this is lead follow-up.
Yeah.
This is just classic lead follow-up. Go through your database, determine who are leads in there and what kind of leads. Totally. Yeah. Destiny, what are you doing?
Lead gen, heavy lead gen. And then I am now starting to follow up with those people who have said, oh, I'll buy in a year, because I know those rates are going to drop before that year comes. And I want to be top of mind for them. So it's staying in the flow and staying top of mind for people right now. That's what I'm focusing on real heavy right now.
Okay. So this is vital that y'all understand this. Destiny is what, a year and a half, 2 years, less than 2 years in the business. So you're just getting started. I mean, just the way it is, you're just getting started. Here's what I want y'all to know. As this market starts to heat up and you start to get busy, you're going to get a deal or 2 or 3, however many you have. You're going to have pendings, all that stuff. If you're not properly set up, that business that you're getting is going to take you away from your future business, and you're going to be out of business. All right. So you got to be very, very careful. This goes back to your customer service. It goes back to your systems, goes back to all that stuff. And when I say get ready or get working now, that's on a couple things. Always, always, always underline, highlight, bold, always, always, always be doing your lead gen, because that's your future business. Even if every deal you have blows up, if you're doing lead gen, you got new business coming. You'll be fine. That's your insurance against future business. All right. Lead gen every single time, all the time, every day. Okay. But after your lead gen, so in the afternoons, work on your systems. Right? Make sure you're going to be prepared to do 4 or 5 deals at any given time without taking you off the lead gen battlefield. Okay. And make sure you're able to process 1 or 2 or 3 deals at the same time, that you can do lead gen, lead follow up, and do your previews and do your studies of the market trends. Otherwise, you're going to go out of business. Andrew, what's your perspective on this?
A couple takeaways here. Now is the time to pick up market share. It's always in down market. So you want to try to pick your market share there now. I've been through 6, and this will be, I guess, the 7th elections since I've been in the real estate business. And every time, the 2 or 3 months previous to the election, things go down. So expect it to be still right now. But right after, it always picks up, no matter who wins, no matter what area you're in. I've seen it pick up every single time. So I think it's just having the right mindset, knowing good times are coming ahead, and just stick it out.
Yep. Oftentimes in hard markets, at least what I've noticed, been doing this 20 years, seen a couple of them. I was thinking back on we had oil spill. Remember that Deepwater Horizon oil spill? I mean, that's so long ago now. They've made a movie that's old. But that was there. I thought I was going to have to move to North Carolina because the Florida beaches here in the Gulf Coast was going to be shut down. Didn't happen. Hurricanes for sure. You guys remember Katrina had some impact on New Orleans. We had that. We had all kinds of craziness with short sales and foreclosures, all kinds of stuff. But there's always something, and that something always passes. And right now we're in one of those somethings. And it'll pass. And so you're going to have to be ready, because here's what happens. A lot of folks are going to get out of the business because they can't be in business. There's not enough business for them. So I'm telling you, it's like getting on the road before the traffic hits. You can go fast and furious. It is so much more fun coming out of these things. So yeah, good times coming. Mark, what do you got on this?
Well, I do think that when you recognize that there's always opportunity, people are always going to be buying and selling, and it is the person that owns the mind share and is in control of the conversation. This is the time that we go back to the basics, which is We preview properties and we make sure that we've got a drip campaign in our areas that we're looking at every single day for the deals. We lead generate, we lead follow up, we have real estate conversations with other people, other professionals, and we go out there and make sure we know the stock.
I would get very, very active right now, people. Get very, very active with your other realtor brothers and sisters so they know what you have going, with your buyers and sellers, with social media, with everything. Communicate. Get your message out. Find a message. Who are you, right? Figure that. We've talked about that before. And go to your people with a message about what's going on. People are hungry. They're starving for information. They want to do things. And if you're the one out there talking, they're going to be coming to you. They'll believe
And
it.
remember, when people say, call me in 3 weeks, call me in 6 months, cut that in half. Remember, it's better to just, touch base with them, quick call, text, email, in half that time, because their timelines change.
But be tight with your words and their time. Okay. Have a point. Just don't call, hey man, what's up? You'll drive people crazy, right? Call them up. At one point you mentioned you were interested in buying or selling. Well, we either pick one, right? Is that still the case? That's a simple script right there. Hey, Joe, at one point you had mentioned you were interested in selling. Is that still the case? Yeah. Call me again in 2 weeks. Okay, I got you in 2 weeks. Hey, real quick, and then you can go back into it. If you were to sell, where are you going next? I don't remember what was, and then you can have your conversation again, right? Just confirm. But don't go into, oh, did you see the Bears yesterday? No, don't do it. At one point you're interested in buying. Is that still the case? What's the next step?
Unless their whole office is wallpapered with bears.
Yeah, maybe say something about it. Even then, you got to be sure, because one thing I've noticed is there are a lot of people that love to talk.
Mm-hmm.
And you're on the job. You're not there. You're not having beers at the local brewery, right? Talking sports. You're here working, trying to find people that need help buying and selling. And if you spend an hour talking to somebody who has no interest in buying or selling about the Bears, well, good for you. That gets you nowhere, right? But we all fall into it. We absolutely do, especially me, because I'm a Bears guy, right?
Yeah.
Go Bears.
That's right.
And you also have to remember, you want them to view you as a professional. So there's a couple of things. If you're talking, you think that you're building a relationship by talking to them for 45 minutes to an hour. You might be building a relationship, but they're building a different relationship than you think. It's not a professional relationship. So when they're looking for a pro, they're not necessarily going to call you, and you're like, what? How come they didn't call me? Because they didn't see you as the pro. Get off the phone and stick to the point, stick to the business, so they know that you're about the business.
And the pros are able to do that in a way that makes them seem friendly, open, and all that, while being to the point. Okay, that's a skill that you're gonna have to develop. Destiny, what were you gonna say?
I was going to say the exact same thing. Our team lead, James, told us just the other day, you're not in this to be people's friends, and they need to see you as a professional and as a realtor. And that's what you want to be recognized as. So you've got to try to avoid those friendly conversations. That's for another time. Mm-hmm.
Follow the script.
Yep.
Follow the script. Andrew, tell us something more.
I think a lot of agents are going to take off just because they're discouraged right now, and especially during the holidays, and that's time to pick up market share. Just stay with it. Stay the course.
Love it. All right, so we're at coming up on 20 minutes. Mark, take us around the horn. Final thought.
All right. There's one thing that we do until we are meeting or exceeding our goals is we talk to people. And this is the time to find out what is your horizon and then stay in touch.
Let me just comment on that real quick. When you're talking to people, talk to them right here about their opportunity. We're talking about our opportunity to do transactions. They're going to have an opportunity also to buy or sell that they haven't had in a little bit.
Yeah.
Destiny, tell us more about what you're thinking. Final thought.
I'm thinking stay in the flow. Right now is the time to build up your momentum, because when the rates drop, you can't start then. So stay in the flow now.
Love it. Julie, you got a final?
Just basically repeating what everyone else is saying, is that everything's changing and we've been waiting for the change. And that's your excuse to call, is to talk about some of the changes.
Love it. Because when you're repeating what everybody else is saying, that means the message is on target. So that's really good. Andrew, you get the last one. What do you got?
Last thing, I'll go back to your communication issue earlier. Did get a call the other day from a client that was upset with their agent just because they didn't communicate the same way. The client wanted a phone call and the agent wanted a text. So make sure you're on the same page as your client.
Love it. Love it. There you go. Let's go win the day, guys. You got something to work on. Good times coming. I love it. Talk to you tomorrow.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.